Hello guys, welcome to our channel. And if you are not subscribed, then you can subscribe to our channel. In Saturday Sunday I would like to give some informative or learning videos. So as part of that, this is my learning video. These are the simple trading techniques and rules that you can use while you are trading in an intraday, or that can be positional. Okay, that I follow is, first, our highs and lows are very important. So if market is not trendy and trading in a particular range, then on such days, first hour of trading, high and low, becomes very important. And if, let's say, it breaks the highs or low, then market takes that direction decisively. So that's the general observation. And every time, first hour of the market is very important with highs and lows. So let's look at that. So for example, let's take a look at this 3rd of December. Okay, I'm into 3rd of December, and this is the starting time, 9:15, and this is around 10:15 area, around this time, right? 10:15, where is it? Yeah, 10:15. Yeah, so here it is. So you can see, whenever in a day, if you are trying to trade in a day, mark the highs and lows of that particular day. So I have marked, this is the low of the day and this is the high of the day. And you can see market try to trade in this particular square box. I always try to give square box in different channels. So you can see over here, this particular square box is the range in which market try to trade most of the part of the day, almost up to 1 p.m. And in 1 p.m. we know European markets opens, and also globally things change, and rapidly there is some volatility comes around 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Nowadays European markets open at 1:30 p.m. So you can see, as soon as this day low goes out, right, so market was trading in this particular range for almost 2 to 3 hours, and as soon as this day low breaks, it has started going down. So this is how we try to predict or try to get an idea where market can go. So this particular area becomes very important. That gives us opportunity to short or to go long, if this kind of particular box we can create, and we if we mark the highs and low of the day of first hour. Now let's take a look at the another day. So this is 7th of December. Let's draw the highs and lows of the day. So this was the low of that particular day in first hour, and where is the hour is ending? 10:15, around 10:15, 10:20, you can take that level. So around this 10:15, this was the high of the day in first hour, right? So you can see, as it has tried to again trade in this particular box. We can see this small particular box, it has tried to take trade, and as soon as it broke the day high, it has taken a good move in the upside. So this is how you can at least draw support and resistance for 1 hour, and plan your trade according to the situation. So that's the first rule you need. Now let's see what is the second rule. Avoid trading in the middle of the day, or middle of the range. So how I can draw it like this? So let's say this was the range. Let me draw. This was the range. Okay, and market going up, then coming down, then up, and then coming down, and then again trying to go up. So in this particular thing, we can see, we can draw some trend line, upper and lower resistance, okay, and support and resistance. And what I'm saying, our trading in the middle of the range means about taking trade in this particular area. It always going to hit your stop loss at this particular time. Okay, so either you have to take a trade at this particular level or at this particular level. Okay, just you need to follow the trend. What is the trend for that particular day, we should identify, and we should avoid this particular kind of trading in the middle of the day, middle of the range. So let's look at the range wise, what we can get in the range side. So yeah, this is the 8th of December. Let's see. Let's now first of all draw the high and low of the day. So of the 15-minute, right? So this was the low of the hour, and where is the 10:15? Yeah, this was the what we can say, high of the first hour. And you can see market was trading in the day, in a particular range in this particular thing. So let's draw this range. So if we draw this range, we can see this was the range where market tried to trade a lot. Okay, so try to draw this kind of range. Maybe you can use 15-minute or 5-minute candle for intraday trading. I'm talking about. So if you take, you know, trade in between this or here, then there are high probability of hitting your stop losses. So always avoid this kind of trend, and it will definitely gonna hit you our stop losses. So in such a period, just avoid trading in the middle of the trend, and try to, you know, if such thing happens, then try to go into the stock specific actions and not to the index. So that's the idea. Now let's look at the 9th December example. Okay, so let's draw the high and low of the first hour. So this was the low, right, around 10:30 10:15, and this was the high of the day, of first hour, sorry. Okay, and you can see over here the range that is coming out is like this, something like this, high and low, and, you know, particular day. There are high probability of, you know, hitting your stop losses. So if you to avoid that, either you have to take a trade around these levels at the start, or at the bottom, or at the top, like this. So we can get, at least by drawing this kind of box, or, you know, identifying the level, we can, you know, reduce the probability of hitting the stop losses. So that is how we can save our capital. That's what I can say. So if high of the first hour and low of the first hour is not breaking, then market should, you know, hover in between this particular area. So as I said over here, avoid taking trade in the middle over here, like this. Either you have to take a trade at the bottom of this particular box, or at the top of the box, so that, you know, high probability of, you know, not hitting the stop losses increases, and that saves our stop losses. So that's the idea. You should, you know, avoid trading in the middle of the range. That's the idea. So the next rule is saying avoid placing your stop loss just below the support. So how we can say that? Let's see. So this is the range that you have drawn, right? So this is the range, and you identified, let's say, the range. Okay, sometimes what we do, if market is coming here again, and, you know, we try to take a trade over here, and we keep a stop loss around over this area stop loss. What happens in some cases, it, you know, comes over here and then takes a U-turn. So that thing is most of the time it happens, and it happens very badly, and that in such case we feel very bad. So sometimes we keep our we short market over here, and we keep our stop loss somewhere over here, and market, you know, in the next couple of minutes hits the stop loss and again comes down. So in these cases, avoid placing your stop loss just below this support and resistance level. That's the idea. So let's look at the chart, how we can, you know, avoid such thing. If we can draw the support and high for the first hour. So this was the, yeah, you can see it always helps us this to get the range for a particular day. And if we, let's say, draw this kind of rectangle, what we can see over here, see, if I would have a trade, I was a trader, what I would have do, I would have, you know, shorted the market at this particular level, or took a CE side or bounce side at this particular level. But see what happened in this case, it hardly came down of 15-20 points, and it hit most of the stop losses, and, you know, it again went up. So it was happened with quite a lot of people on Friday. It tried to, you know, hit the stop loss at this particular level, and then it bounced. So this situation I'm talking about. So either you have to, you know, to avoid this kind of trading behavior, what you have to do, either you have to you know, start trading in the next week expiry, so that there we can get some breather. So if market comes, Nifty comes 10-15 points down, probability of you know, decreasing the premium is less in a week, or what we can say in the next week strike price. So if we, let's say, we are doing this activity, we are trading this on particular week's expiry option, let's say, what is the level, 17,400. So let's say I took 17,400 call option at, let's say, 120. Okay, and my stop loss was 105. Then in such a case, as market was slow and there was very less movement, volatility in the market, then in such case this 15-point stop loss chances of hitting are more if Nifty goes 10-15 points or 20 points down like this. Okay, instead of this, what happens, if we, you know, trade in the next week expiry, then in that case the stop loss of 15 points acts more stronger. So let's say next week expiry option strike price was 180, and in that case, if my stop loss of 15-20 points, then it comes to 160 point, right, 165 point. then in such a case this hitting of these 15 points is less than hitting of this 15 point. Okay, so because it has some time period more than this particular trade, right? So it helps in such situations where stop loss is there, but market try to hit stop loss and then it takes the probable direction which we want. So this thing to avoid, just try to trade in the next weekly options. That is one solution, that's what I can say. But if you are a positional trader and not an intraday scalping person who does a trade on very quick basis, so in such a case try to avoid the stop loss just near to the support and resistance. Okay, I'm coming up with about chasing market. Chasing market is very dangerous. Okay, so what it means? So let's say I'm again drawing the same pattern. Let's say we are trading in this particular range, the day high, first hour low and high we have, and market is trading in like this. Okay, and then in third attempt, let's say it breaks up, okay, and it tries to go up in a single direction. In such case, most of the people, immature traders, enter at this place, and they may get some reward, but most of the time it get failed. So let's say if comes reverse in such a case, then there are more chances that it will reverse very fast as well. Okay, so to avoid this situation, what we need to do, so as a experienced trader, what you should do, don't first thing is don't try to chase this kind of market where market is going in one direction. Okay, instead of that, what you can do is you can just wait for the first pullback. So let's say it breaks this hour level, okay, and at this particular point of time it try to take some pullback, okay, over here. Then just define this particular level, and if it is trying to make or trying to go above this particular level now on the second attempt, then you can enter, and then you have a proper stop loss with you of this particular level, which was your earlier 1 hour high. Okay, so in this case what we can get a proper stop loss, and we have more chances of riding on the market in the trend, on the trend side, because we have proper entry over here, and because it has given some pullback and then we have entered. So this kind of setup helps us rather than chasing the market if it is, let's say, breaking in and going in one way. So in this case there are more chances of market getting reversed. Okay, so to avoid this kind of trade, what we as I said, what we should do as a professional trader, we should first wait for the pullback, and if it is still respecting this particular line and trying to make a V pattern over here, okay, or W pattern you can say, and it is trying to break this top, which was the top made after breaking this particular line, so then you can take a trade. So that's the idea, and in that case stop loss will be your this line, which was first hour low, first hour high. That makes more professional way of trading, and that in that case we get a maximum reward. Okay, so that's the idea. The same happens in the downside as well. So if we see, most of the times whenever downside comes, it is very fast, right? So in such a case, to avoid chasing the market, what it does, it hits our stop losses most of the time, because downside moves are very fast, and they can move, they can increase the volatility, and they hit the stop loss on their way. So in such a case here also we should wait for first pullback and then we should enter. Okay, there is no hurry, market is not going anywhere. We will get most of the times entries and exits at a proper time, so don't chase the market. So that's the another funda, fourth rule that I came up with. Okay, avoid shorting higher lows into resistance. What it means, it's, let's say we have again a pattern. Okay, so in this case what generally people do, they try to short over here and buy over here. In this case this is okay if it is it's quite a steady market and low weeks going on, and in the middle of the day if we are trying to catch the action over here. But what happens sometimes, let's say there is a move like this. Okay, what we can see, it is making higher highs, okay, over here, and lower highs. Okay, so we can see the lows are getting on the high side, means it is trying to take resistance well above this previous low. Okay, so in such a case we should not short market over here, because there are high probability that market will break this particular resistance and it will go upside. Okay, so try to identify such patterns, okay, in a daytime when we are observing charts for 15 minute or 5 minute or hourly candle, and don't try to short at these particular levels. Okay, why? Because it is a strong indication that buyers are trying to take the price upside, because they are trying, in each drop they are trying to buy over here. So because the previous low is much lower than the current low in this case, and the next low is on the higher side, so in such a case there are most probability that it will break on the upper side. Okay, similarly on the downside as well. So let's say market is like this. Yeah, we can see now what we can see. Market is trying to break this particular line, and in this case all the lows are lower. So in this case this low is much higher than this one, and similarly this one. So in this case there are more probability that market will break on this side. Okay, so in such a case don't try to buy over here, don't take a contra call, don't take a contra trade. Okay, so it will most of the time, 99% of the time, it will fail, and it will hit your stop losses, or it will go against you very badly. So try to identify such patterns, and try to take a trade accordingly. Otherwise it will hit our stop loss, and it will kill us badly. Yeah, that's the idea. Important rule is identify the trend and do not trade against the trend. Okay, so what it means, as I just told now, so it is making higher highs. Okay, so let's draw it. It's maker. So there is a very good example in last couple of days. So yeah, it was the it was the day. So you can see, as soon as it broke the day high, 15-minute high and low, what happened? Market just keep on going downside. Okay, so in such a case, if we try to take a contra trade, always it will hit our stop loss, and it will go in other direction as we are predicting. Okay, so just identify the trend, and then try to take the trade. Like if we try to see some pattern over here, and if it is breaking the low of that particular box, then try to take again a downside trend with minimum stop loss. So likewise you can apply some strategies, and then you can trade. So the important thing is try to identify the trend of the day. So that's how